But I want to talk about Israel, and I think you're glossing over what I think is a fairly remarkable split. I mean, you even had the administration, Liz, talking about the possibility of abandoning Israel at the UN and letting a resolution pass that would recognize a Palestine state.
Look, the administration has now, I would say since 2009, been looking for any excuse possible to distance the United States from Israel. You now have this unbelievable situation where we are aligning ourselves more with the Iranians than with the Israelis in the Middle East. And I just noticed something else in that interview that you showed, which is stunning to me, that demonstrates this total lack of familiarity on the part of the president with what's happening around the world. He said, we've got to evaluate what other options are available in terms of a two-state solution to make sure we don't see a chaotic situation in the region. What in the world does he think is going on in the region? And from the Israeli perspective, I think you've got to say it makes complete sense that they, at this point, would not trust their security to an American president who doesn't have their interests in mind, who has done everything he can to distance himself from them, and seems to be totally unaware at best of the complete and total mess his policies have created in their neighborhood. It's really breathtaking.
This approach has been counterproductive.
The dynamics at all. I mean, the serious disagreement, but as everyone has said, including President Obama, in the phone conversation with Netanyahu, they agreed that the military, intelligence, and diplomatic alignment remains. That's what's important. This is not going to change the overall.
I think it clearly, sorry, Bob, but I think it clearly does change the overall relationship. You know, I was in Israel last year, and they are stunned. They cannot comprehend why the President of the United States is obviously doing more to align American policy with Iran than with Israel. And you've got a situation now where it's not just the Israelis that are just completely baffled, it's the Gulf Arabs. You know, in the Brennan interview, he said, oh, the Gulf Arabs know that we will be there to defend them. They don't believe that anymore, and the Israelis don't believe it anymore.
It just is not true that the president has aligned himself with the Iranians on this. Come on, he said, look, we're going to have intrusive inspections. Is that alignment?
Yeah, yeah
well,
really. I'm sure
it's the Middle East. We're never going to agree. But thank you for disagreeing so agreeably. Thank you, panel. See you next Sunday. Up next, our Power